We're going to cover the last week in March 2015 in the sky mirror, and it's still kind of relatively quiet. I would suppose until, considering everything, until you get to April 4th when we have that lunar eclipse. Let's see, the first thing, let's just take a little trip around the wheel and see how your next week is coming along and do some detail work. Let's see, on the bigger picture here, we still got the common old Pluto-Uranus square. Almost getting used to it. Every weekend a policeman's in the news. Poor guys. And now we got the Saturn-Neptune square. You're going to start seeing, well, I'm not going to get into that. It's going to be with us for a while too, for like a year. Good news, well, Jupiter is slowing down to stop. Yeah, and when Jupiter stops, it's just the opposite of old Saturn. You've had a taste of him already, huh? Contracts, makes it cold and dry. Jupiter expands, makes it moist. Yeah, Jupiter's great. He opens things up. The great benefic, we call Jupiter. So the fact that he's going to station, whoops, is an important thing. It's going to be in Leo. Yeah, and it turns out there's a new moon. Or is it a full moon? Hey, I'll get to that later. Let's take a look at it day by day. We're just going to run the moon around the edge of it. There's the moon. If you're on the Thursday show, the moon's in Pisces. And you're sitting there on the day of the new moon. Happens really Thursday night. It's a good new moon. 29 degrees of Pisces. I'm looking forward to it because I'm a 29-degree Taurus rising. The last new moon in Aquarius, oh, it's terrible for me. I've had a bad month. Pain in my back. Minimum work. So I'm looking forward to this one because this is in Pisces and it sextiles Taurus. So this new moon will sextile my rising sign, my body. Anyway, it's a reasonably good new moon. The new moons are all at 29 degrees now. They're not making a fuss, so to speak, on the stage. It's the full moons. We'll get to that later. So, Friday morning, the moon trines Saturn. You're organized. You're up and about. Good idea. Good idea. The 20th starts very well organized. The South Node is here. This is Friday night. Oh, we need help. So this isn't exactly a good night to be out partying. And here's the culprit. Here's the old Uranus-Pluto square. It's up to 15 degrees now. Happens real late Friday night. You could actually, it's happening Saturday morning, really. But in Hawaii, your location might be a little different. But you'll still feel it here Friday night. It'll get zappy and electrical, and here's all the phenomenon. Here's another... the moon's going by Uranus. Now this one's an oddball because here's Jupiter in trine to it. And I've been studying on this and I got into it kind of deep. And the way it looks to me with Jupiter, see, Uranus is stuff like individuals and freedom-loving people and homeless people and people who are different, unusual, nonconformists in some way. The people that seem to be the police, scare the police the most. And if you scare the police, they're only trained to do one thing, grab and shoot. So you can't blame it all on police when you train them that way. So here's Uranus, and he's going to do something weird. He'll toot his horn all of a sudden or behave in some eccentric way. And the reason he's doing it is because of the trine to Jupiter at 13 degrees. Aha! Oh, I feel great. And this is Friday night. Aha! I feel great comes at 13 degrees, huh? And then Uranus is there at 15 degrees. A little bit later, unconventional, beep, beep, beep. I got to do something weird. Jump around, run out in the street, feel my freedom, be unconventional. But look out, here's a square from Pluto. And it's yeah, damn. happens afterwards, and the cop says, "Stop!" Well, the guy's running around by, like a crazy person. But, okay. Got the idea. Friday night, Saturday morning. It's been a regular thing, hasn't it? Wonder if anybody will learn that nobody needs these pistols, these short guns. Outlaw all short guns. Grandfather in all long guns. Clean up a lot of this mess. Policemen don't need guns. Now there's an added guy here, Mars. Mars is at 21 Aries. He's only 5 degrees off this Uranus thing, and he's these guys who are so innovative, these protesters, revolutionaries, environmentalists, they could get angry. When Pluto starts taking shots at them, bang, 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 these guys could get out the Molotov cocktail, burn all the police cars, turn them over, and trash the police station. You're going to see some stuff. These usually goes off in the jails, too. Everybody gets afraid in the jails because there's all these young men, Martians there, and they're all together, and they talk, and they feel revolutionary together. Look out. That's what's going on here. A whole bunch of young guys felt revolutionary. And here, Friday night, Saturday morning, they bump into the wrong policeman. Doggone it. So Saturday, everybody's ticked off. Saturday in the morning, they're ticked off. Moon's going by Mars. When is that? That's middle of the day, Saturday. It gets mellowed out a lot when the moon goes into Taurus on Sunday. You wake up Sunday morning, the moon's in Taurus on March 22nd. And it's Mars and Venus, Mars rules Aries. See that little Mars there? He's the boss of Aries. So when you're thinking Aries, you're thinking Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Yeah. She's the she's the give, here's the take. So there's a lot of taking, a lot of anger, a lot of testosterone going on here on Friday, Saturday. On Sundays, totally different. And it starts here with a nice sextile to Venus. Wow. There's some love around, there's some sweets. Here in the afternoon, here's a sextile to Neptune. There's music, there's art, there's sensitivity. Kids are happy, Mercury's doing a good thing. It looks like people are overdoing it. Late Sunday night, early Monday morning, everybody stayed up to party. There's a square to Jupiter. Too much laughing. But it trines Pluto early Monday morning, so the police encourage all that. So you're in the Venus zone. See Venus? She's right there. You'll feel her between breakfast and lunch. If there was ever a time you wanted to stay in bed if you're with somebody you love, it's Sunday morning. Nice. Just the opposite. Here's all this anger and stress, and let's go to war. Kill them all. And here's all this love, sensitivity, beauty. Venus, read some Jesus. Whenever you read the words heaven, it actually is sky when you translate it back to the Aramaic. The Bible's full of astrology. Lie there hidden, under the surface like that turtle. You'll still have the good vibes all day Monday while the moon's in Taurus. It doesn't change until you get to Tuesday the 24th. The moon's in Gemini. Now you're in an air sign. Mercury is at ruler, and it thinks and runs and talks and busy, busy, busy. And you got a plan there Tuesday morning. The moon sextiles the sun. But it gets slowed down. It proposes Saturn. Wait a minute, not enough time, not enough money. And you're bogged down in the middle of the day, which goes on all the way to a confusion point here around dinner time. And so once you're blocked, it gets worse. Then everything starts leaking and melting, and so I hope if you've got to be realistic about your ambitions Tuesday. Don't take on too much because they're going to slow down, get cold, dry. It's not an easy Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm sure you'll still be cautious having gone through Tuesday. And the square to Mercury says you don't even want to talk about it here Wednesday afternoon. But by the time after dinner and in the late evening, here's a nice sextile to Mars. And the hero comes out in us. And we can fix this. This is just physical stuff. What are we all frightened of? and we feel heroic. Thursday, oh, about breakfast time, the moon shifts into Cancer, a water sign. Its ruler is the moon, so you're in a mothering emotional zone when the moon's going through Cancer. Thursday night, late, there's midnight or so, there's sun, the moon squares the sun, so we're not getting a lot done. Our plans aren't working too good, but there's a lot of inspiration late Thursday night, even though the boss and the father figures may not go along with it. Here's music. here's some new ideas, maybe. Knowledge of the heart. Neptune enlightens through the heart. Uranus enlightens through the mind. So there's goodies here, and Venus especially. She's kind of the lower octave of, you take the love of sex, orgasm, and Haagen-Dazs up to the next octave, you get Neptune. Stained glass windows, Bach and Beethoven, Jesus, stuff like that. But same note played at a higher octave. That goes also for Uranus. Uranus enlightens through the mind. And Mercury is his lower octave. Talk, words, symbols. What am I talking about? Sorry. You're in the Venus zone. It's Friday morning. You're in love. The little music. Scented candles. Oh, it's sweet Friday morning. And moon in Cancer. She likes that kind of stuff. The moon lady. There is, however, a glitch right here. And you kind of got suckered into it Friday morning. But here in the afternoon, here's the opposition to Pluto. Is that a siren I hear? I feel panicky. Then there's a square, and the square to Uranus. The power went out. I feel jittery. I feel all alone. Here's your old buddy. Shows up Friday, huh? In this case, you're kind of seduced a little Friday morning, huh? So you may want to, have a drink and take your pretty friend to church or something, but look out. The battery's out Friday afternoon. The police towed your car. It's that kind of a trip, Friday. Saturday, people are a little angry, especially around the middle of the day. The moon squares Mars. Still in Cancer. Mars is in Aries. So Romeo's not doing so hot. Late Saturday night, the moon moves into Leo. The vibes change again, and we kind of get our heads more. We're going to plan together here Sunday morning, the 29th. Nice sextile to the sun. No, it's a trine, huh? The sun's in Aries. Leo's a fire sign ruled by the sun. So everybody feels kind of proud when the moon goes through Leo for a couple of days. And it starts with a nice proud Sunday. This is the day to go dress up a little bit and go out and feel proud of yourself. The moon goes by Jupiter. Here it is. It's late Sunday night. People are going to want to stay up and talk and laugh and play. This is a pretty neat Sunday, this moon in Leo. I like it. What's that? Oh, square to Venus Monday morning. Everybody's tired. They partied out Sunday. I hope you enjoy yourself.